Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm with The Slice Was Right. We are in the middle of just this forbidden lands. We've just spent a bunch of time with this trader, cheesing out our protected trade and lowering the hostility of our forest. You can tell we got 221 out of 60 up here in the corner. There's one more thing I want to grab from this guy, and it's this pottery. So we're going to go ahead and just trade for that. And then that'll serve as a vessel for our pickled goods that we can now make here. I've set that up for creation with our barrels, but we'll also throw our pottery in there. And I've moved some workers around. We filled in the new buildings, and we've got our people working in more efficient roles. We're harvesting up here. We've placed a hearth here. I've placed another woodcutter's camp down that's going to clear out the hearth for up here. Our trapper's camp finished these eggs, so it's moving over to the meat to produce some leather that's going to help us with our fabric. And we're going full trade again. Trading is just such a fun part of this game. I think a lot of people see it as like a one tier of trade thing, but when you add these perks in, you just want to keep trading. There's too many perks available. And so these people are working on these eggs. I've prioritized this group of eggs so that we can have a clearer path here, even though it's going to lead straight into a warehouse. That's fine. I'm building a warehouse up here as well to pick up these two different camps, which are picking up things that we need for fabric and clay for bricks, which we've been really struggling on. And these roots are going to actually help us with our packs of crops. And our packs of crops are being made in here. No berries can go in here, so it's going to be these roots or these vegetables that have to go in there. And we do have a camp, but they're also grabbing roots from here, so that'll be fine. And our roots will be giving us extra herbs, which we don't have a use for yet, but that's fine. It's good to have them sitting around. This herbalist camp is out of commission, and I moved it out of the way preemptively because I want to move this fisherman lighthouse in here once it's done. I've also set up the decorations in this area to upgrade this neighborhood level all the way now that we have our service building built. I've got this one at -1 priority just because we don't have the bricks yet, and we want to get the rest of that stuff built and all these paths and decorations. This hearth is going to upgrade to almost max level pretty quickly, since we can just move the housing over from this district. We've already got 46 people, and we still have one person to house, Beaver. So there's a lot of work to be done in terms of spreading out our population amongst the hearths and allowing them to give us these stacking bonuses as we build more hearths. So we did just trade some of our wildfire essence away, but we still have 4. We're only planning on using 2 of that so far on these 2 different hearths. So we still have some trading room later or more growth potential later. We're not going to cut into a forbidden glade for a minute. We're going to build up our food supplies and our economy and kind of cut out some room and build up our hearths so that we can survive our storms a little bit better. Now that we have this order completed, our traders will arrive 25% quicker. We've got some extra tools that we could trade in the future and 3 new villagers. So now we've got 4 people that are homeless. But I'm happy to say we got a beaver and 2 lizards. These lizards will be happy in a blight post. And these beavers will be happy working in our new woodcutters camp over here. We've got 3 people that aren't working right now, so they'll take a while building all this stuff, but they'll get it built. We also got a new building choice out of that, which we are going to look at. Again, it shows us the temple, but we're fine on that. We don't need a tool workshop for the tools, Barrels and water skins might be a nice recipe, but those are horrible versions of it. Fabric already have a 2-star. Adding in ale and a better scroll recipe might be really nice. But making containers even horribly might be a better choice. No, that's not worth it. We'll actually hold out. We might re-roll with some amber. There's no rush on that. We're already trying to overwork all this stuff. We do have extra people working on our crates and our fisherman lighthouse, so we do have more people available to us. Oh, they produced 6. That was a good one. So we've got that 15% bonus yield plus the 10% from it being a beaver here. 15% of course coming from the forum. So that's great. That's super awesome. And we are going to fast forward ahead. And our fisherman's lighthouse is finishing up right now. Our hostility jumped up because we built a hearth and its negative modifier was based on the number of hearths we have. But now we're back to normal. We didn't lose anyone. We're good to go. Just in time to toss 3 beavers in here and start cutting out for our next hearth. We've got a firekeeper in here as a lizard, just because he likes to stay warm. And our warehouse finally built. And we can finish this path. Now that this warehouse is built, it's important that we get some housing up. So I think some beaver housing over here is going to be a good call because we definitely have planks. We're going to need 8 total people over here for the first level. So let's go ahead and just move a shelter over here. And that'll get us our first level of hub. I mean, obviously once it all builds. I'm going to turn up the priority on that house just so that the 4 builders get to it quickly. And the storm is kicking in, so that means we need to drop our hostility down. I'm going to cut all the beavers. Actually, I'll leave one in there. I'll see what cutting all the beavers out can do to our hostility. It does look like we could drop it to 3, which means we don't have to pay the wood tax, which I guess is basically like cutting trees anyway, right? And the hearth is going to lose some of its durability, so it's a good thing we built a new one. And the lizards are going to take care of the burning of the blight rod. Hopefully. Yeah, so right now it's set to be at 100%, so when they burn their first blight rot cyst, this will drop down and we'll be fine. Oh wow, they just cleared that whole building out. So our lizards are still losing it. So we might end up favoring them at some point. But we do have a bunch of homeless people still. Maybe that has something to do with it. Go ahead and build a few more houses. And mark out some trees to build more housing room. Or create more room for housing. And let's go ahead and favor them. Oh dang, their resolve still went to 0. Only got 43 seconds left and they popped back up. So I think we'll be fine. And now we've got the sea marrow coming in. And the sea marrow is great, because when you burn it in the hearth, it increases those glade events, work speeds. Which means those negative modifiers where it's eating our food, or giving us a high hostility level, can go by faster while we're burning this, up to 75% faster. So as long as we have some sea marrow coming in, which we will permanently have it coming in, then we can accelerate those events and get all the positives and less of the negatives. But we'll sit through the storm. We just finished it. We didn't have to burn anything. We don't have to favor the lizards anymore. Everyone's incredibly happy right now. And we're looking really strong coming in on, what's this, year 7. So obviously, we're going to fill our beavers back in. Pick our cornerstone. Traders will have one more cornerstone for sale, and they are showing up faster, but I love this ramping meat thing. It's so hard to pick anything that isn't the ramping meat. One more cornerstone for sale is great for sure, but ramping meat production, especially with those large nodes over here, it's gonna trigger so many times. They're gonna be carrying armloads of meat back, and it's just gonna be so much that they can't even handle it. We are going to go ramping meat for sure. And just so you know, it says, you've managed to enlist some excellent hunters. Meat production increases by +1 every 25 times it's produced. So every time they gather from one of these charges, that counts as producing meat once. And then it has a 100% chance to also produce leather. We also have the +1 meat bonus, so it's producing 2. But it's one time that it's producing meat, no matter how much meat it produces towards this ticker. So harvesting off the ground is actually a much more efficient way than like a ranch per se, where you're getting like 10 meat every harvest. This is potentially as low as 1 meat per harvest to get your ramp up. And then eventually they're just carrying, like if you get more of these nodes, your people are carrying more meat than they can carry into the hut, and then the hut can't carry it and they have to instantly carry it back to the warehouse. And it's just so much food. It's the fastest way to produce for sure. And if we put people in here, we're going to lower our hostility. And that's going to be even great. Even more great. Toss our beavers back in. Let's get to clearing on these things. We can start moving our population over here, getting more decorations in, having just a grand old time. More people are about to show up, which means we're about to get more amber. Hopefully the trader's showing up soon. 331, no problem. It's looking good. It's looking real good. This forager's camp finished pretty quickly. We'll have to move it over here. After moving our decorations across, of course. I actually don't know what the front looks like. Yep, there we go. I guessed correctly. We'll go ahead and build that road out. That'll be a good spot for decorations, which we do need to build. 2, 3, 4. Then let's go for night fern. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, placed one. Alright. And that'll get us our next hub level. And I can just delete a shelter over here for that. People move over here. Well, in theory, they move over there. Build another lizard house. Let's grab our people. My goodness. We are looking so strong. 2 minutes left. Our need for religion fulfilled is going strong right now. Thanks to our monastery. We're working on our packs of crops as well. We finish that road out. These people are just champs gathering all that stuff that we've been tight on this whole time. This meat production is going great. We're already at 12 out of 25 to ramp it up. Berries are coming at us 9 at a time when they normally come at 6. That's great. The crystallized dew is coming 3 at a time, and it is wonderful. They're all on break right now, getting ready for this clearance season. Apparently 4 is too many for this with a 30% planting boost, but that's fine. Not really needed elsewhere anyway. Got these tools coming. We're going to force deliver them. Those are good just trade commodities at this point. You know, we can start cutting into more glades and opening up those chests for victory points. But we're going to get this second hearth up and upgrade this one before we're done with that. So now we're at the 21 out of 20. So we're going to pause it and just build our decorations. You know, we did build extra yellows over here that we don't need. Now that we have this lighthouse, that counts as 16. So these are already built. And we just move them over there. Then we get to place them down over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe is what we need. Yes. And then we need 4 blues. So we'll bring out our creative skills and place out these corals and call it a day. On to the next one, eh? We're getting enough reputation right now through Resolve to give us a whole reputation point. 1/3 of a point per minute. That's excellent. It's all these services we're fulfilling from that last trader. Okay, old Farloff's here, but our order's complete, so we're going to go ahead and turn this in. Then we'll look at what he's got for us. And look at all the stuff he wants to buy from us. That's insane. We can start building copper roads with this. 15 of them, like, so far. So the copper production might be nice at this point. I don't think we're actually making the stone anymore. Even though I thought we weren't going to be making copper on this map, it turns out that it comes out of the clay. So it turns out what we're going to buy from this guy is almost everything. And I say that because we want the perks. 10% faster on roads, some copper, and some resolve. And we also just want to rack up our trade bonuses where we get extra parts that we can sell or use. And then we also have the lowering hostility every 25 amber we sell. So we've got almost 100 tools, infused tools over here. That's 168 amber worth of stuff on its own. So we are definitely going to try and get a bunch of stuff out of this trader. Got 100 planks. My goodness. Extra one of those. We got 8 of those we can definitely sell. 30 resin sounds good to me. You know, and we haven't even sold some parts yet. So let's do that. We can get all the amber for sure. And then we could just keep buying stuff and trading it back and forth if we want, just to cheese it out. I don't hate that idea. But is that, do I really want to completely cheese it out just for the hostility? It's nice to cheese it out when it gives you the reputation points. I feel like those are like the best way to get it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just throw in some more stuff. I'll take out my parts for now. And we'll just throw in the copper, hey? And what's more stuff that we can collect? Clay? Yeah, we can sell clay. And we're fine with that. So let's see just what we got from that. We're now at minus 150. And like, that's a level and a half just right there of hostility gone forever, permanently. A total offset. Like, that's enough to, it's not enough to offset our villagers, but it is enough to offset our glades. You know, it's not going to offset our years yet, but maybe that's why we should cheese it. Let's cheese. So here is our next trade. We will be picking up fuel and crystallized dew for parts and amber and stuff just to up this value. And then we can grab his parts and his clay and his fabric. And we will trade for that with some more stuff. We could sell our leather. We can sell more plant fiber. We can sell more planks. We can sell more clay. And obviously we can sell more tools. 70.48. I'm comfortable throwing in just a little bit of wood for that. And trade that. That's another 70 in trade value. We're now at negative 240 over here. 240. And we've gained 20 parts through this process. Wow. That is awesome. So we still have more stuff we can trade for. I'm not sure we really need any of it. I guess we can pick up the stone, right? Well, how much trade value is that? Per 25, so that's 5 more. Another 75 hostility just to trade for all that. And some of it we can just trade back to him. But I'm not really sure it's worth that explicitly. I think we just take the stone, get ungreedy with it at this point. We'll wait for the next trader. They're coming quick. We can even summon them early if we want. But we'll sell some of that fabric back. We'll sell some of this oil back. Hit trade. And you know what? I think we won on that, trader. I think we're winning, Dad. I think we're winning. So we are looking pretty good right now. Pretty good. Let's take a look at this hearth placement. Oh, one tree. We got one tree, guys. One tree. One tree in the way. And then these people are just harvesting away and harvesting away. They're both picking up clay. No wonder we had so much. Plus, we've got all these pluses to the production over here. That is amazing. And we're about to get another hearth up. This one's about to be a max leveler, which adds, I believe, additional production. Yeah, another 10%. So we'll be at 45% chance to double production with a well-suited job position like the beaver here. 10% plus the 15% is the 25. This one's going to be 35. And then when we add this one, 45. This is going to be great. But a 1 in 3 chance at the 2 full-size hubs is with this forum building and a well-matched roll. That's really good. I can go ahead and we'll leave the beaver in there, eh? We've got a bunch of people that we could assign to roles, which we may as well do. I'm sure I can turn my clothes up to 100. I'm not gonna miss that cloth. And we might need more places to hire people. Oh, we can throw some people in on the press. There we go. And let's go ahead and chop out this tree. So now that that tree is gone, we have placed our small hearth and a path to it. And we've started placing down our first copper paths, which are just reinforced roads, 1 copper each. It grants a large speed bonus to the villagers, 25%. The normal path, which is free, is 5%. And then with stone, you can get it to 15. Copper is great, but it takes a while because they have to carry the copper out to it. So, proceed with caution. Don't build too much at once. Because while it's under construction, it's not acting as a path. So your people aren't actually walking quickly. But we'll go ahead and fill in some more of that copper road where people kind of walk. And I'm falling into the classic trap. Building more than I need at once. It's nice to keep your villagers busy on it, but they walk really slowly in the meantime. This has been a great build. I've really enjoyed this playthrough. I feel like we're coming to an end, just because we've got some of our services worked out, and our people are starting to generate resolve on their own. That just kind of seems like end gamey. We still have 2 buildings we can pick, so we may as well just pick scrolls. And then the clan hall could be cool. Faster gathering, or sorry, not faster. 100% more yields from gathering, which is very different. The pigment wine and ale, it's not that interesting. Better flour, better barrels, or oh, it would be barrels. Better packs of provisions. That could be nice too for trading, but I think we'll just pick the clan hall. We've got enough people. We can build our clan hall somewhere over here when we get the room. Yeah, right there. Then we can build our scribe over here. Dunk. And start placing out these decorations. Yeah, we'll just get 4 for now. I'm putting down housing for 8. And hopefully they come from this hearth instead of the other one. Okay, and the storm kicked in. We're gonna ditch our woodcutters. Oh, we're down to 2? Oh, those trade cheeses were so sweet. I can leave 1 woodcutter in each woodcutter camp. That's awesome. Let's do that. Then really, where am I gonna put these people to work? Nowhere, huh? Alright. Fair enough. I guess a blight post might be nice. Though the upgraded hearths are increasing our resistance to the corruption from the blight rot. Oh, of course, humans like working there. Just pop 2 beavers in there. Put 2 humans in here. Even though they're not gonna make anything. Oh, they can make root ale. And why not? I'll let them use the wine for some scrolls, because we can actually use the scrolls here. (29 out of 30, 19 out of 20. Okay. Yeah, no, we're gonna delete these homes. And we will build a home over here. Oh, nope. That's where we're gonna put the clan hall, silly. Does fit in there. This thing can kind of come over here, why not? And we're clear of the storm. We've got a new cornerstone. Oh, 40% faster production on woodcutters. Oh my goodness. Plus 75% chance of producing double yield when under the effect of biscuits for all of my farmers. Oh my goodness, that sounds great too. Wow. Those are hard to choose between. So on the one hand, I've got 3 camps of woodcutters going. And on the other hand, this would encourage me to make biscuits to make my farming better. We'll go with the woodcutters since we already have a high production yield chance coming from this, and we're about to make it 45%. That's practically 50%, right? Plus 75% on top of that is only going to double it once, I think. And so now that we're back, let's put our beavers back in. And you know what? Let's cut into a glade. It's time. Let's get some more points from our chests and our tools and stuff. We incomed enough. Let's just get it done. Our new trader's gonna show up shortly after our newcomers, I hope. Where we get the bonus from. And we've got enough people. Let's build the copper path. Why not? Build a copper path. Looks like people are walking here. Let's go. Alright, and we're in. More berries on top of berries with the extra berry production. Oh, that's going to be huge, because each one of these is supposed to be a single harvest, which might be a double harvest, and then we also get the +3 on top of that. Oh, that's going to be insane. So many berries, more clay to pick. That's great. This is our event. It only requires 35 spark dew. That's fine with us. Hostility is temporarily increased by 600. I think we can handle that. Some scholars are trying to capture and harness the power of lightning, but the experiments usually bring destruction instead. Destroy 4 random buildings in the settlement. Ooh. Yeah, let's get on this. And then, you know, these are great things. Machinery, you know, that's a between game resource. You can sell it in the game, but let's just go for the victory points, right? We'll get the victory. That's more farmland. We've got more chests to open. Oh, traders arrive faster. That's awesome. But we're gonna again go for victory points. Let's just get done. Yeah, victory points. Let's get done. Oh, I need to pick the right tools. And voila, magically, we have placed out our farm fields. We're going to move our forester set up here by building a new one. And then I'll replace this one with the berry farm. We finally have something for our herbalist camp to do, working on these awesome sweet berries up here. The lightning catcher's going, and that's brought our hostility up to 11 for now, but we're fine with that. We're going to cut out the rest of these fields, cut through here, and make some more room for our hearth upgrades. It's going to be great. We're probably really close to winning at this point, because we're picking up a bunch of points with just our tools. When we're done with this, we're probably going to go ahead and cut into another one. But that's probably going to wait until after the storm, but as soon as the storm's over, we'll just cut right in. New people, which means our trader's about to come. Let's pick up the parts. They sell well. We can lower our hostility some more with this trade modifier. Yeah, 75 amber gained so far just from people showing up. That's great. Forager's camp has no deposits. That's our roots. We can move that over to vegetables now. We've got 23 people living over here, so we just moved one of the 3 store or 3 storage houses over here. We're at 14, so we can build more decorations. 2, 3, 4, and then 4 of the blues. 2, 3, 4. And when those get built, we'll go up another level, which will give us the hub upgrade of 10% global production speed, bringing us to a total of 30. We have a lot of perks stacking up over here, don't we? So we do have a point to spend. The guild house. Oh, that's so sweet. We're getting it. The market's cool too for carrying capacity. We're going guild house. We ain't even waiting for this one. We've got a trader, but let's build the guild house before we forget. So the reason the guild house is so great is because of its 3 perk. Now, the 1 perk is awesome, right? Where traders show up faster. That's awesome. 50% faster, we like that. But every 60 amber you sell to the trader adds a wealth stack, which is just global resolve for all your people, which pushes all these numbers up. You can break the game if you stack this up enough. It's added retroactively, which means that you don't have to build it before you do all that trading. So the more trading we do with this girl right here, the better we're going to be. We want to trade back and forth as many times as possible. Now, we could buy these perks, but these do not count towards that. Oh, but +1 resolve sounds good. Shorter breaks sounds good. I mean, these perks are great, right? Let's do some trading first. So if we just bought everything, right? And I mean everything. What would that look like? Okay, so we could keep some of our parts, right? Some of our meat, some of our roots, some of our berries, some of our plant fiber, some of our clay, and then just sell some more parts. Because we're going to get more anyway out of this, right? This looks like a great deal to me. Doesn't it look like a great deal to you? Now, if we really wanted to cheese it, and I do mean cheese it, you can just make bad trades with them that aren't equal at all. And as long as they have an item in here, like for instance, if we just sold this, then we could trade bad trades for this clay all day, and it still counts as, it just counts the my offer side. It doesn't count what you trade for, it counts what you sell off. But I don't feel like cheesing it too hard today, so we'll just trade that. And then you may as well buy the perks, because we're almost done here. And then actually I'll place the other farm here. But that is going to increase our resolve by a lot. And then just with that, our hostility dropped by almost 5 levels. Oh, look how close we were, 0.4. Man, if I really wanted to min-max that, we would have done a lot better. But, my bad. I just wanted to do it quick. and dirty and get it done with. So we're going to let this play out for a second and see what happens when this guild hall gets built. So our guild hall is still being worked on, but they're carrying the stuff to it right now. Definitely got enough materials. This has 1 minute and 55 seconds left. This is what I was talking about. We can burn the sea marrow to make that go more quickly. Now that all the stuff's there, it goes so much faster. And all that sea marrow is just free from this fisherman lighthouse. But let's see exactly how much cheese we're gonna get out of this guild hall. Let's pause it. I'm just gonna throw 3 people in here. And oh my goodness, look at those numbers. We get 14 stacks of the wealth effect immediately. 14 times 60. Plus the additional 44. And then our events are finishing, so we're getting all these reputation points from our chests and crates and stuff. This is going to give us another one when it completes. And then we're gaining 0.95 per minute off of these numbers, which is just cheesing the wealth system, right? We can even call this next trader early if we want. How much time till the next storm? 2:27. Yeah, let's call immediately. They'll show up in 18 seconds. And we're doing so well. We don't need to be burning this anymore. We're doing so well. We are about to clutch this win out. 1.91 per minute. Look at these numbers. The clan hall is easily the best one. And then we're here again. We just sell everything, right? Everything. And then we'll sell it all back. We can save 1. Right? Oh my goodness. It's so great. Look at that. And then we still got a part left over. That just increased our wealth effect to 24. And we win this game. 2.12 per minute. That is insane. Just check it out. This is so great. 2.33 per minute. Look at these numbers go. They can't even go up past 50. Like, they're trying, but they can't. These guys are at 48. Look, come on, we can favor them. Oh, but we already won. And that's how it's done. And that's why I love this game so much. Over here, it tells you all the things he did. So we finished it before year 12. It was on year 8 right there. We got a city with 60 villagers. It's huge. Definitely the modifiers reducing our hostility from trade was great. Regular events completed 8. Forbidden events completed 4, which gave us 252 points. Orders completed 8. I guess we should have got the incense turned in. Impatience left was full. So we got the full 588 points out of that. 756 for all the reputation. And then, of course, the win. We also picked up the Forbidden Lands modifier deed. This was a great run. Thank you all for watching and tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you could give this video a like and a subscribe, it would really help support me. Any viewing hours are great. Obviously, you've made it this far. You've given me those viewing hours. Thank you so much, and have a great one.